the court's attention by the bailiff that you have reached a verdict of this case, I would ask the foreperson at this time, has the jury reached a verdict in this case?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
And was it the unanimous verdict of this jury?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you tendered that document, the verdict form, to the bailiff for delivery to me?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and the court has the verdict form in the court's possession and has reviewed the verdict form. I would ask the defendant rise for the reading of the verdict. Cause number 1302-10981, CR, the State of Texas versus Rolando Gutierrez. We, the jury, find the defendant that Rolando Gutierrez guilty of possession of controlled substance with intent to deliver as charged in the indictment. Do I have any motion at this time?
No, Your Honor.
From prosecution?
Should we just ask that the court accept the verdict?
The court accepts this verdict as the verdict of the jury. Anything further?
Not from this jury, Your Honor.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court has previously instructed you that you should observe strict secrecy during the trial and during
2006 in the Circuit Court 12th Judicial District in and for Manatee County, Florida, in cause number 2005-CF-1956 under the name of Rolando Gutierrez, and said conviction became final prior to the commission of the aforesaid offense in count 1 of this indictment. Paragraph B, enhancement paragraph B, that agreed in the grand jury further presents that said defendant Rolando Gutierrez was convicted of a felony, to wit sexual assault, on May 18, 1989, in cause number 89-CR-80-D in the 103rd District Court of Cameron County, Texas, under the name of Rolando Gutierrez, and said conviction became final prior to the commission of the aforesaid offense in count 1 and enhancement paragraph A of this indictment against the peace and dignity of the state, signed by the foreperson of the grand jury. What's marked as States 160 and States 162, I've provided Ms. Shields with copies of them way back when. And she's had the opportunity in open court here in front of this court to inspect those. And 160 deals with enhancement paragraph B, and 162 deals with enhancement paragraph A. You can see these again.
No.
And I'll offer them into evidence. Respectfully ask they be received in evidence.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor. I reviewed 160 and 162 with my client. These are the pen packets for the two.
He didn't care if it ruined anything. And once again, this underscores, you would think that they would learn at some point not to come here with this.
Taking into account everything admitted before the court and guilt, innocence, and punishment, especially the violent nature of the defendant's criminal history, the court sentences this defendant to 99 years, Texas Department of Criminal Justice. When can I expect the paperwork done?
We're getting started right now, Judge.
Okay, let me know when you have it finished.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court stands in recess.
All rise, court stand recess.
Okay, Rob, first of all, your name and kind of give me a rundown of the case, first of all.
Rob Freyer, F-R-E-Y-E-R. Today we finished in front of the Honorable Claudia Laird, sitting as a visiting judge for the 9th District Court. We finished a 3-day jury trial where a jury came in and we presented a day and a half of about a day and a half's worth of evidence about, I don't know, 8 witnesses that testified in regards to defendant Rolando Gutierrez's involvement in a very large cocaine deal. The jury weighed all the evidence. We called the agents, Joel Saldana from DEA, and Detective Mandy Pieper and Lieutenant Philip Cash from the Sheriff's Department, Deputy Ken Wakefield, Jose Benavides from HPD, and chemist Min Win from DPS, and they all did an outstanding job detailing this defendant's involvement in a 5-person, 10-kilogram cocaine deal that these individuals thought they were selling 10 keys at $35,000 a piece to two undercover officers that were posing as buyers from Florida. At the same time, the negotiations were breaking down in a parking lot at Los Cucos. This defendant was a passenger in a van that was stopped on traffic after leaving a stash house that they had been watching. And lo and behold, Deputy Wakefield located a duffel bag in the middle back part of that van that contained 10 kilograms of pure cocaine.
Basically, and sentenced today.
We put on evidence that the defendant had been convicted down in South Texas, down in Cameron County, back in the late 80s, of kidnapping and sexual assault. We also proved that the defendant was convicted in Florida, Manatee County, Florida, of failure to register as a sex offender. He has had a number of other brushes with the law that the court wasn't able to consider because of the inability for some of these smaller counties to put fingerprints on some of the J&S's, but what we had was enough. I mean, the amount of drugs in this case justified a severe sentence. And the other two defendants that wanted to go to trial, they got their trial, and they got their just desserts. You know, Laura Rincon back in March was sentenced to 99 years. Rolando Aguilar went to trial. He was the passenger or he was the driver in the van that Gutierrez owned. He got a life sentence, and all of these defendants had extensive criminal histories, and they are all where they belong, which is in prison. They're just rotten to the core what these people thought they could do and get away with it, and they got caught at the wrong place.
Now, basically, you've got two major highways coming through Montgomery County, 59 and 45. What do you got to say? I mean, people coming through here like that, carrying their dope.
Scott, you and I have talked about this on a number of times now. You know, when you drive your dope through here and we catch you with it and we can prove that it's yours or that you're moving it, you can face a jury or a judge here in Montgomery County and see what happens.